This breaking news, the U.S. military just announcing a 7th service member has died following injuries sustained during an attack on American troops in Saudi Arabia last Sunday. Joining us now on the phone is NewsNation senior national security contributor, retired Lieutenant General Richard Newton. Just your reaction to this now 7th U.S. service member killed during this conflict following this dignified transfer that we saw of the other 6 fallen heroes yesterday afternoon.
Yes, Anna, this is gut-wrenching. I understand a U.S. service member passed away from injuries or wounds received during the Iranian regime's initial attack. My sources tell me this in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on or about the 1st of March. And as you reported, this is the 7th service member killed in action under Operation Epic Fury. It reminds me of the fact, obviously, for generations we know this, and the currently serving generation of our brave men and women, all volunteers in uniform, that freedom is not free. I also harken back to the most solemn thing I've ever done in my career, much less my life, is to attend and officiate at a dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base. I've done too many of those. And so this is one whereby, yes, we have a 7th family now in the process of being notified. We won't know their name until that's been undertaken. I anticipate in the next 24 hours. But nonetheless, this is where we stand right now with our 7th killed in action.
As these numbers tick up, 6 yesterday, a 7th now, a 7th U.S. service member killed during this conflict. It's making folks who have family members or friends who have been sent to the region just sitting on pins and needles right now. Nearly 50,000 troops are there right now. What's your message for them, and what do you think the president needs to say after this? Following Operation Epic Fury, he released that, I think it was about an 8-minute video, and he alluded to this, that, war is ugly and that there could likely be casualties, but that it would be for a noble cause. If it's your own son or daughter, it becomes a bit more difficult and a tougher pill to swallow. So what do you think the president needs to say to this family, but also to the American people?
I think what the president has certainly told the American people leading up to the campaign, as well as the fallen, the fact that he attended the dignified transfer of, if you recall, our 2 Iowa National Guard soldiers killed in Syria on the 1st, that DT on the 1st of December, along with an American civilian. And then obviously yesterday he was at Dover. Our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers go out to the American people. I think the president also needs to underscore that their service, their tour of duty, their sacrifice, and now the family members, they're now Gold Star family members, their sacrifice will certainly remain in our hearts and our minds, and certainly in the history of the United States forever. I go back to, again, the solemn role I played during a dignified transfer and met with these grieving families who are literally in shock at that moment, even on the tarmac at Dover Air Force Base. The fact is that I believe what the president will also say, and I would underscore to those family members, that their service was not in vain. Their service meant something to this nation. It meant something to their fellow members in uniform, and so forth. And the final point is we will continue to endeavor and prevail here. And so that, but the nation mourns at this very moment, and we hold their hearts in our hands and our thoughts and prayers at this time.
Yeah, these Gold Star families, we cannot forget that when military members serve, it is not just the individual serving, it is the entire family. And our hearts and prayers, thoughts and prayers are for this 7th service member's family who was killed in this conflict, just announced by CENTCOM.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.